One of the weird, uncanny things about the 2020's Marvel Avengers game was that all of the heroes in that game were designed to look kind of, but not quite, like their MCU counterparts, giving the whole game a weird, uncanny vibe of playing with cheap knockoff toys from Temu, or like the cast was entirely populated by cosplayers. Presumably it was something to do with securing likeness rights to the Hollywood actors, or God knows what kind of IP licensing nonsense, but whatever the case, Marvel Rivals seems determined not to repeat the mistake, making Black Widow here look as much like Scarlett Johansson as they possibly can, presumably without getting in legal trouble. And outside of that very successful likeness, though, it just doesn't feel like there's that much to her design here. She's got that standard issue cool tech suit that half of video game protagonists and superheroes have, but so much of the detail of it feels perfunctory rather than meaningful. For example, she's got like 2-inch long claws on her gloves, which, I mean, okay, but she doesn't punch or scratch anyone with her ability kit, so what are those supposed to be for, except to be a huge pain in the ass when she's trying to pull a trigger? She has the wrist-mounted stun batteries that she sometimes uses in other media, but here, they have no real function except a blink-and-you'll-miss-it zipline she uses for one ability. She has these gold and orange widgets on her waist, which feels so much like they ought to be like stun grenades or something, or some kind of gadget, but they're really just there to be decorative. So, on the one hand, Natasha Romanoff is the world's most efficiently deadly spy, ruthlessly calculating and effective, always using the only perfect tool for the job, never making move which is not necessary. And then on the other hand, she's wearing an over-elaborate nonsense costume with a bunch of useless decorations slapped onto it. She's wearing literally the least practical possible nails for handling guns and stun batons, and she has to run around and jump in 5-inch platform heels. So it feels like an unconsidered design, basically. It feels like someone just looked up the standard issue design for Super Spy Femme Fatale, slapped a Black Widow skin on that, and just called it a day. And it's a pity, because Widow could easily be either a sultry, sexy Femme Fatale character or a ruthlessly efficient assassin, but this design isn't really trying to be either of those things. It's trying to be something more like the generic average of 36 things, and the result of that is a design that is competent and readable, and sure, you will recognize it as Black Widow from the movies, which is all it really seems to be trying to achieve, but it doesn't communicate very much at all about Natasha, or who she is as a person, or why this character is supposed to be interesting.